Hi everyone, I am Rahul Kumar. Now, during the recent 49th G7 summit, member countries had outlined the key milestone in the climate wish list in the response to ongoing studies and reports that continue to raise the alarm about the worsening states of climate change, urging immediate action. Furthermore, at the same summit, the Prime Minister of India unveiled the bust of Mahatma Gandhi in Hiroshima, Japan. Additionally, the Quad leader also took place a sideline of the G7 summits, emphasizing on shared democratic values, strategic interest, and initiative for Indo-Pacific region. So before we discuss in detail, try to solve this question which was asked in prelims 2020. Question is, in which one of the following groups are all the four countries member of G20? So let me know in the comment section. So what are the main climate wish list of G7 countries? First is global peak emission by 2025. So G7 emphasized the need for global peak emissions by 2025. While this is not matched under the Paris Agreement to achieving it's impossible. Developed countries are witnessing the decline in emission, although not all required peace, while developed countries' emissions are still increasing. If the countries only fulfill the existed commitments emission in 2030, it would be 11% higher than to 2020 levels. Second is end fossil fuel use. The G7 does not the specific deadlines to ending of fossil fuel use. The commitments accelerating to the phase out undiluted fossil fuels in with 1.5 degrees Celsius trajectories. They aim to eliminate insufficient fossil fuels subsidies by 2025 or earlier without specifying the definition of insufficient subsidies. The G7 countries claim to have stopped financing new fossil fuel-based energy projects except in limited circumstances. Third is net zero targets. The G7 reiterates its commitment to achieve net zero status by 2050 and urges other major economies to do the same. The world as a whole must become net zero by mid-century to meet 1.5 degrees Celsius targets. China aims for net zero by 2060, while India has set 2070 as its target. Post 2050 targets, the major developing countries may change with involving technology and cleaner energy adaptation. Now, what are the challenges in implementing the G7 wish list? First is insufficient action and inconsistencies. G7 countries account for 20% of global emission but have not sufficiently fulfilled their pledge. Lack of sufficient and consistent action to align with 1.5 degrees Celsius and 2 degrees Celsius temperature goals. G7 member countries failure to update nationally determined contributions Paris Agreement target. Second is inadequate climate finance support. G7 countries have been slow and insufficient to providing climate finance to developing nations and agreed under the Paris Agreement target. Developing countries disproportionately affected by climate impacts require support for adaptation and resilience. Oxfam report that only 20% of climate finance from rich countries in 2019 and was allocated for adaptation, with minimal reaching least developed countries. Third is continued reliance on fossil fuels. Criticism directed at G7 countries for their ongoing dependence on fossil fuels, particularly coal. Fossil fuels, especially coal, are highly carbon-intensive energy sources, exacerbating climate change. Oil Change International highlights that G7 countries provided sufficient public finance for fuels, surpassing investment in clean energy. Now, why did PM of India unveil Gandhi bust in Hiroshima? So, Mahatma Gandhi was one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century who campaigned the principle of non-violence, peace, justice, and human dignity. His statue was unveiled at Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park as a tribute to his legacy and a reminder of his relevance in today's world. The symbolic gesture was meant to highlight the shared commitment of the G7 and its partners to prevent another nuclear catastrophe and to pursue nuclear disarmament of non-proliferation. It also meant to acknowledge the suffering of resilience of the Hayabusa, the survivor of atomic bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. The statue was also seen as a recognition of India's role and contribution to global peace and security, as well as its partnership with Japan on various issues, including climate change. The unveiling ceremony was attended by the G7 leaders as well as the Prime Minister of India, who was invited as a guest to the summit along with the other leaders from Australia, South Korea and South Africa. Now look what are the outcomes of Quad Leader Summit. The Quad Leader Summit was held on 23rd May 2023 on the sideline of G7 Summit. It was attended by Prime Minister of India, President Joe Biden of USA, Prime Minister Scott Morrison of Australia and Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga of Japan. So look what is Quad. The Quad is an informal strategic dialogue among four democracies that share common interests and values in Indo-Pacific region. One of the key areas of cooperation among the Quad members is climate change. The leaders issued a joint statement that reaffirmed their commitment to Paris Agreement and its full implementation. They also announced several initiatives to enhance collaboration on clean energy transition, innovation, adaptation, and resilience. Some of these initiatives are launching the new Quad Climate Working Group to coordinate their efforts on domestic and international climate policies, establishing a Quad Clean Energy Partnership to support deployment of clean energy technology in Indo-Pacific countries through technological assistance, capacity building, and financing mechanisms. Supporting a Quad green shipping network to promote decarbonization of maritime transport through information sharing, best practices, and standard development. Expanding cooperation on disaster risk reduction and management through joint exercise, training, and information sharing. Supporting nature-based solutions for climate mitigation and adopt through conservation and restoration of ecosystems such as forest, wetland, mangrove. Now look, what is the G7 group? So, it is an intergovernmental organization that was formed in 1975. The bloc meets annually to discuss the issue of common interest like global economic governance, international security and energy policy. Now, which countries are the part of G7? The G7 countries are UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan and the United States. All the G7 countries and India are the part of G20s. The G7 does not have a formal charter and secretariat, so you must remember that. The presidency which rotates among every member countries each year is in charge of setting agenda, surprise minister and invoice, hammer out policy initiative before the summit. The 49th summit, G7 summit, was held in Hiroshima, Japan. Now look this graph. All the countries are the part of G20 countries, but except these 9 countries, they are the part of G7 countries. The G8 is not exist due to Crimea annexed by Russia, and G8 become G7. Now, what is Quad? It is a grouping of 4 democracies: India, Australia, the United States, and Japan. All 4 nations to find a common ground and being democratic nations, and also supports the common interest of unhindered maritime trade and security. The Quad is built as a 4 democracies with a shared objective to ensure and support a free, open and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. However, the idea of Quad was first noted by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in 2007. However, the idea could not move ahead with Australia pulling out of it, apparently due to Chinese pressure. Finally, in 2017, India, Australia, the US and Japan came together and formed this as a quadrilateral coalition. So if you want to download this PDF, please check in the description box and don't forget to subscribe, share, like and comment.